Windcharger is the fastest Autobot over short distances. He's good in situations requiring fast, decisive action. Enthusiastic, but also impatient due to his short attention span. Windcharger casts a powerful magnetic field which can attract large metal objects and can even smash them at closer distances. His ability, however, uses up tremendous energy, and Windcharger often burns himself out due to carelessness. The origins of the toy that would become Windcharger begin with the lost toy line, the Mysterions. When toy company Knickerbocker went out of business, 4 of their unreleased figures were absorbed into the first wave of Transformers, becoming Autobots Huffer, Brawn, Gears, and of course, Windcharger. Becoming one of the 6 original Autobot mini-bots, Windcharger turned into a Pontiac Firebird Trans Am sports car. Windcharger lasted a whole 2 seasons on the original Transformers series, until his toy was discontinued in 1986. Like Wheeljack, not only is Windcharger's death confirmed in the 1986 Transformers the movie, but he never speaks or is even seen being killed on screen. His body simply is dragged into frame by RC and then placed next to Wheeljack's. I hope you 80s kids are having a great summer at the movies. Oh yeah, and spoiler alert.
Well, I said I'd be back quickly, and here I am. I'm definitely not my own evil doppelganger. Or am I? Anyways, please like, share, and subscribe, and let's just get into it. This is Season 2, Episode 27, A Prime Problem.
We begin on major seismic activity, and a massive source of light that can be seen from the night sky that for some reason only the Decepticons can detect. And now, exposition.
Success, Megatron. Yes, Soundwave. That must be the source of the rare energy detected by our Earth scanners. Then let's get to its core and drink its power.
After Megatron berates Starscream for being a dumbass, Soundwave deploys a fan-favorite custom figure to investigate the crystals below.
Send an Auto Scout into the crevice. Auto Scout activated. It is programmed to analyze and report. Crystalline structures aqualots-like and backed with layers of multicolored rods. Colonium crystals. The most rare and dangerous form of raw energy in this solar system. Do not permit the Auto Scout to make contact. Those crystals are deadly. I warn you, stay well back. Colonium crystals destroy electronic circuitry on the slightest contact.
Everyone got that?
Soon detect the crystal energy and come to investigate.
Knowing the Autobots will soon arrive after detecting the crystals, Megatron plans to await them.
Those weird lights are coming from that crevice, Optimus Prime. It doesn't make any sense.
Take some readings first, Cliffjumper. The source of those lights could be dangerous.
All the danger you can handle is already here, Floptimus Prime!
Before the Autobots can properly investigate, they fall victim to a Decepticon sneak attack.
I'm sorry, there are only 3 of you. Clobbering less than 4 Decepticons at a time is boring.
In the chaos, Laserbeak is deployed. Optimus falls safely, landing on a clearing below. Laserbeak passes by to thoroughly scan him, but not kill him when he has the chance.
Excellent!
Anyway, with said uploaded info, Megatron creates a duplicate clone of Optimus Prime that only he controls.
Perfect. I am Optimus Prime,
I am Optimus Prime,
leader of the Autobots,
leader of the Autobots,
and at Megatron's command, I will lead them to their doom.
The duplicate of Optimus joins the Autobots, claiming to be their true leader.
Optimus!
You okay?
I will be. Must have jarred my equilibrium chips in the fall.
But they'll stabilize. Perfect timing! The creeps are retreating!
As the Decepticons fake a retreat, fake Optimus Prime leads our heroes back to base.
I must have blacked out. Where is everybody? Bumblebee, come over here. The computer's not responding to my input. Bumblebee, I'm speaking to you.
You talking to me?
This is going really well.
I'm not Bumblebee, I'm Ironhide, Prime.
I meant Ironhide, naturally. Tell me, when was Teletran 1 checked out? It isn't working properly.
You did that yourself this morning, Optimus, and you're punching the wrong controls.
Something's very wrong with Optimus Prime.
You're telling me? Prime, what's wrong with you? You're acting like you don't know any of us, like you don't even know your way around.
What? It was the fall. I told you it rattled my circuitry.
The outer perimeter alarm!
But all Autobots are already inside.
At last, Megatron's ruse is put to the real test.
What the? It's Optimus Prime.
Amazing. He looks exactly like me. Let him in.
But...
He's obviously a Decepticon imposter. As soon as he's within range, shoot him down.
Nobody questions this, for reasons.
Now, Autobots, destroy the imposter!
Now comes the part where I talk more about Windcharger. Brace yourself.
Despite being licensed to Hasbro, the mold for Windcharger was sold in Argentina by Antex under the name Robocar Camaro, sold in yellow as well as in blue. In Marvel Comics, Windcharger was part of Optimus Prime's original group that crash-landed on Earth, just like in the G1 cartoon. Like many of his fellow Autobots, he was struck down by an evil duplicate of Optimus Prime, although he seems to have survived these injuries, as he is later seen witnessing Grimlock and Blaster's power struggle for command of the Autobots. Meanwhile, in the UK Marvel comic, he has the distinction of an exclusive story where he is forced to form a brief and unlikely alliance with Decepticon Ravage. And on one occasion, he uses his magnetic ability to save a falling Optimus Prime from certain death. The Japanese sequel series of Transformers saw Wheeljack back from the dead with no explanation. Later, supplemental material would go on to retcon this. A pack-in comic with Binatech figures shows Wheeljack in 2004 being granted a vision of his and Windcharger's death the following year. Using this to his advantage, a different timeline begins in which both survive. Windcharger, after the initial run of G1, wasn't seen again until the early 2000s, first as a novelty keychain, then in IDW Comics in 2005, where his ability came to be referred to as his magic arms. Later releases of Windcharger include his 2004 figure from the Alternators line, as well as 2010's Reveal the Shield Windcharger. In 2013, he received a Creo building block figure, with an additional BotCon exclusive in 2014, depicting the look of his original Mysterion figure from G1. He again received another figure in 2015's Combiner Wars line, and his most coveted figure as of this video is his 2018 release from the Power of the Primes line. After his toy was discontinued in 1986, his mold was retooled and recolored to create Autobot Tailgate for Season and Wave 3, but that's a story for another time. We now return to Ironhide using cool-headed reasoning for the time being.
No shooting until we're sure who's for real and who isn't. Well, it looks like you all made it back safely. I'm relieved.
And where have you been all this time, Prime?
Laserbeak attacked, and I fell into a ravine, and what's going on? Is this some kind of game?
I'm afraid it's no game. He says he's Optimus Prime.
Which would mean that I'm an imposter. You can't talk your way out of this one. Every Autobot knows I am the genuine Optimus Prime.
Ignoring the obvious signs of who may or may not be the real Optimus Prime, the Autobots scan both Primes to see which one is real, to no avail. Despite Optimus Prime acting like himself, and a clear imposter acting like a total asshole, the Autobots need more proof on the most superficial and childish levels possible.
I welcome the challenge.
Testing their marksmanship and speed, both competitors are found to be equal. If only they tested them by personal choices or temperament. Anyway.
Seems this contest is already over. They just don't make rocky overhangs like they used to.
Hey guys, Teletran 1 reports more activity at the energy crevice. The lights are glowing more and more intensely.
I'll say, they're reaching critical temperature. We gotta stop that reaction before the whole area explodes.
As Megatron manipulates the readings from the crystals, Teletran is given a false sense of urgency that leads the Autobots to investigate the crevice needlessly. Once again showing his level head for the time being, Ironhide takes command of the Autobot OA team.
Until we get your identities unscrambled, I'll give the orders. Autobots, transform. Roll out for the energy crevice.
As the Autobots arrive on the scene, well, just pay close attention and see if you're actually smarter than the Autobots themselves in this scene. You probably are.
Be on guard. We could be heading into another Decepticon trap. We'll spring any traps that need to be sprung.
As the Autobots move in, they are attacked by a Decepticon ambush. Watching from a distance, Megatron unveils the next step in his plan.
He must win their complete trust, and to do that, he must destroy one of us.
Yes, yes! Destroying a Decepticon will convince the Autobots your replica is the real Optimus Prime!
Exactly! And do you have any idea which Decepticon will be brave enough to make that sacrifice?
It should be a trusted officer to make it look really good.
Precisely! Which is why I've decided on you.
I, Starscream, the pride of the Cybertron War Academy? Never! Do you hear me? Never!
Don't you just love extended story beats and TV shows that involve people just not communicating basic information to each other correctly?
Windcharger, look! Laserbeak and Starscream! They came out of the mountainside! It looks like Laserbeak's chasing...
Laserbeak retrieves a cowardly Starscream.
Then let's find out why.
We'll check out that mountainside. They seem to come right out of it. There's gotta be a way in, because this is where they came out.
From the side of the mountain? Yes, you've mentioned it twice now. Spike and Windcharger sneak into, get this, the side of the mountain where they witness Megatron clone Starscream.
I am planning to have my clone of Optimus Prime destroy your clone, not you! After that show of leadership, the Autobots will follow the false Prime into the energy crevice and certain doom.
Very handsome, if I say so myself. Will it be as brave as I in battle?
Brave? Well, let's say, as obedient.
As you command, Megatron.
As the duplicate of Starscream flies out of the side of the mountain, Spike is captured by Laserbeak, and Windcharger flies out, wait for it, and falls from the side of the mountain!
So one of the things I've mentioned a bunch of times is issue 12 of Marvel Comics, where an evil duplicate of Optimus Prime goes absolutely apeshit and murders a bunch of Autobots. And I'm probably unfortunately going to have to mention it a bunch more times. But something I've never had a chance to bring up is the issue right after that, which is issue 13, which explains what was going on with Megatron during that time. And it's one of my favorites. And I've made a short video about it that's not going to play here, but I've made another playlist called Leo Watches Mini Cuts. Maybe some of you have noticed those, but it's got shortcuts from other episodes of this, as well as some new stuff I'm starting to put out as well. So please check that video out, link is in the description, and now that I've made that shameless plug, this is my awkward segue into the next topic, which is Evil Optimus Prime.
Evil copies or evil versions of Optimus Prime go all the way back to the beginning. From Season 1's The Ultimate Doom, when we see a duplicate of Optimus that is used to test the loyalty of Sparkplug. Or in Season 2's Attack of the Autobots, where Megatron reprograms the Autobot recharging chambers, and reprograms Optimus and the other Autobots to serve his will. Or the very appropriately titled Dark Awakening from Season 3, where the Quintessons reanimate the corpse of Optimus Prime in an attempt to destroy the Autobots and take back Cybertron. Recent years have given us exclusive comics and toys in the world of Shattered Glass, where good and evil are reversed. There, you can find a very pricey evil version of Optimus Prime, decked out in all purple. Now, if you don't know, and you probably do if you watch these videos, but in Japan, Optimus Prime is called Convoy. Bear that in mind going forward. 1998's Beast Wars 2nd introduced a character called Copy Convoy, an evil copy of Leo Convoy, setting a new trend in the franchise going forward, where all versions of Convoy or Prime would have an evil duplicate of themselves, decked out in these dark colors. 2000's Robots in Disguise featured a Decepticon modeled after Prime called Scourge, or as when the show was originally called Car Robots in Japan, he went by Black Convoy, a servant of the Dark God Unicron. In 2003, Transformers Armada introduced a new character called Black Convoy. However, in English he was dubbed Nemesis Prime, starting a new trend of a new character that would take many forms in many different stories in the franchise. For instance, in 2005, the Transformers Alternator line introduced a new Nemesis Prime into G1 canon, having been constructed by Dr. Arkeville. Remember that guy? Or in 2012 on Transformers Prime, when a human-built drone called Nemesis Prime is created again through reverse engineering. And then, in the live-action Transformers The Last Knight, Optimus is put under the mind control of the evil Quintessa, becoming Nemesis Prime himself. But that's just to name a few. To date, my favorite Nemesis Prime is from Netflix's War for Cybertron, in which he is the actual Prime from the future after having gone to the dark side. Once again a servant of Unicron, he travels back in time and faces off with our Optimus. It is effectively eerie, and I recommend it. We now return to the Decepticons taking Spike prisoner and boasting about Windcharger's death, after they very specifically do nothing to confirm Windcharger's death.
You are more fortunate than your Autobot friend, puny human. He no longer exists. And once we have dispensed with Optimus Prime and the Autobots, we will dispose of you. Now what?
Hey, look, it's Warpath out of nowhere. Holy shit, he just shows up for the first time ever in the third act of this episode.
Marvelous! I have written a brilliant scenario of Autobot destruction. This is your cue, Starscream. Say your line.
Decepticons! Autobots! Hold your fire! I challenge the leader of the Autobots, the great Optimus Prime, to a one-on-one battle to the finish!
How are you gonna know which one to take on?
This is the one!
As the battle continues, the fake Starscream challenges the fake Optimus Prime to a duel to the death.
The loser and his troops must leave the area immediately and forever!
Agreed. Let's get on with it.
Through a very stagey performance, the fake Optimus destroys the fake Starscream, convincing the Autobots that he is the real Optimus.
Listen, Autobots. This Prime just destroyed the Decepticons' #2 varmint. He can't be working for Megatron.
Which means he must be the real Optimus Prime. What are your orders, Prime?
Why is everyone so stupid in this episode?
To the crevice. We've got to investigate the source of those energy emissions. Ironhide, Wheeljack, Trailblazer, Autobots, all of you, do not follow him.
Hey, man. The real Optimus Prime wouldn't chicken out on a little recon operation.
Right. We follow him.
The one who's not acting like Optimus Prime. Okay, anyways, this is when Windcharger shows up.
Windcharger.
You are in the crevice?
Then this is Optimus Prime, and he is telling us the truth. The crevice is safe.
No way! The only reason I survived is because I transformed before I landed on a heap of Carlonium crystals. Those crystals destroy all electronic parts on contact.
But when you transformed, your rubber tires insulated you.
Exactly.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Trap set by Megatron, who's also got Spike.
Pure drivel. Megatron has obviously reprogrammed Windcharger's logic circuits to mislead you all. There is nothing that will harm us in the crevice. Now follow me and we'll give Megatron a taste of his own medicine.
But what about Spike?
He's unimportant. Follow me. Forget the crystals, Autobots. Now we know which Prime is Prime. The real one would save Spike.
No! Do not! No!
Led by the real Optimus Prime, the Autobots are too late catching Megatron. Again. He escapes in a giant flying space turd.
You won't catch me, Prime, but here's something to catch if you can.
In typical sore loser fashion, Megatron throws Spike to his death, which allows for another Autobot to be introduced out of nowhere in the third act of this episode. Everybody, it's Power Glide, give it up!
No big deal! I'm sorry I couldn't hang on to Megatron, guys.
Oh, don't worry, Spike. We'll nail him next time.
Is it really you, Optimus Prime? I mean, really?
Yes, Spike. This time I am definitely me. Or I. Myself. Or whoever I am.
As everything works out the way it should, Optimus Prime treats Spike like a beloved pet gerbil. Weird ending.
Well, it was a good episode to get drunk to. It's a fun episode, and I like it. However,
Soundwave's eyes go from red to white. This very poorly designed spaceship changes color from the beginning to the end of the episode. Optimus Prime throws Thundercracker, but in the next shot, it's Starscream that is being thrown to the ground. And then in the next shot, it's Thundercracker again. Laserbeak scans Optimus, but doesn't kill him when he's incapacitated. But this is all part of Megatron's plan, of which the goal is to kill Optimus Prime. Just do it now. If none of the other Decepticons know about this ship or the cloning facility inside until now, then where did Megatron get it from if they didn't help him build it or acquire it? Remember when they showed a duplicate of Optimus Prime in Season 1 to test Sparkplug's loyalty to the Decepticons? Well, did they use the same facility? And if so, did they all take stupid pills and forget about it? Megatron has blue eyes instead of red. Do the Autobots not have trackers or a system for finding lost soldiers in just such a situation? Also, we've seen Optimus Prime and other Autobots communicate with the base while they're away from it many times, so why is it a surprise to everyone when he finally shows up? Why didn't he try to reach them before this? After his fall, Optimus is not so damaged that he can't transform into a truck, so why does it take him so long to get back to the base? He was literally right behind them. Prime's eyes are off-white instead of blue. Both trucks can clearly be seen, and one can clearly be seen ahead of the other. If they missed the finish, why not have a redo of the race? If only they possessed advanced alien technology that would allow them to sense who the winner was without being able to see who the winner was.
These energy amplifiers are giving Teletran 1 exactly the wrong readings, which are just the right readings to lure the Autobots back to the crevice and their doom.
I sure hope Megatron's helmet has a mute feature on it. So does the fake Optimus make these motions when Megatron makes them, or does it just stand still until he takes the mute off? Does it work on autopilot when he's not wearing the helmet? And if so, why wear the helmet? Just program it to do what you want. Then you'd be free to do all kinds of wonderful things, like fold your laundry and finish your taxes.
Autobots, hold it. Until we get your identities unscrambled, I'll give the orders.
Shouldn't this actually be Prowl, if not Jazz? And shouldn't this choice have already been made a long time ago? As fake Optimus is about to fire on fake Starscream, Megatron and the real Starscream have a long conversation. So, does fake Optimus just stand there after he told Jazz to get out of the way? And does Jazz become suspicious?
This is your cue, Starscream. Say your line.
Decepticons! Autobots! Hold your fire!
Why would the Autobots have any reason to trust him or stop firing? Kill him now.
This Prime just destroyed the Decepticons' #2 varmint. He can't be working for Megatron.
The Autobots are convinced by the act of murder. The Autobots are then convinced of the opposite by word of mouth, and then commit murder themselves. Can you imagine if they reacted this way the first time around and just murdered the real Optimus? Wow, what a dark turn that would be. Ways to spot and reasons to trust the real Optimus. 1. Prioritizes everyone's safety over unknown danger.
Take some readings first, Cliffjumper. The source of those lights could be dangerous. Well, it looks like you all made it back safely. I'm relieved.
2. Actually offers a valid alibi that can be easily confirmed.
And where have you been all this time, Prime?
Laserbeak attacked, and I fell into a ravine, and what's going on?
3. Displays good sportsmanship.
You may go first.
4. Shrugs off a possible accident with magnanimous grace.
They just don't make rocky overhangs like they used to.
Reasons to not trust or suspect the fake Optimus. 1. Doesn't know how to use Teletran 1. 2. Doesn't know everyone's name. 3. His first instinct is to command others to attack what he doesn't understand. 4. Is boastful and arrogant.
You can't talk your way out of this one. Every Autobot knows I am the genuine Optimus Prime. Well, it seems this contest is already over.
5. Jokes about killing his opponent as being a quick way to resolve the matter when it actually proves nothing. 6. Leads the Autobots into an obvious death trap.
What are your orders, Prime?
Follow me, Autobots. Into the crevice.
And then, of course, there's the classic error where Optimus Prime accidentally calls Trailbreaker by the wrong name.
Hide, Wheeljack, Trailblazer, Autobots, all of you, do not follow him.
Ironically, it's spoken by the real Optimus. So, does Spike land on top of the plane from that same height and same speed? Because that would kill him. And if so, good work, Power Glide. Welcome to the show.
Well, I do hope they'll do better next time. And speaking of next time, do you remember that movie, The Core? Do you remember how much that sucked?
That's an electrical superstorm popping up all over the world. I'll put this as simply as I can. Everybody on Earth is dead in a year.
The core of the Earth has stopped spinning. The spinning core protects us from cosmic radiation. Without it, radiation will create superstorms. Microwaves will literally cook our planet.
I need you to control the flow of information.
You want me to hack the planet? I'm gonna need Star Trek tapes and Hot Pockets.
You are good. Is there anything you can't do?
Not that I'm aware of.
The next episode of Transformers is called The Core. And it sucks. So please like, share, and subscribe, and I do hope to see you back here in the next video. Thank you for watching.
The crevice is safe. No way! The only reason I survived is because I transformed before I landed on a heap of Carlonium crystals. Those crystals destroy all electronic parts on contact.
But when you transformed, your rubber tires insulated you.
Exactly.
Oh, go fuck yourself.